Good morning. So I was reading the book Imagination Redeemed, Glorifying God with a Neglected Part of Your Mind by Gene Edward Veith Jr. and Matthew P. Restucci. Something I read in here that hit deep for me. So he was saying that some worldviews such as New Agey mysticism and political utopianism have nothing for me. Some works, this is it right here, such as comic routines aspire to satire, but instead of ridiculing vice as the genre demands, they ridicule virtue. Now you're probably thinking, what the heck does that mean? All right, well let me break it down for you. You ever been sent a meme, right? A political meme. Let's just pick on that right there. A political meme, especially, like, we all like to laugh. We all like to tell jokes and ha-ha, funny, and all that stuff. But here's the thing. When we laugh at someone else's expense, that's not virtuous. It's not. It's disrespectful. Okay? It's a form of bullying, if you think about it. Okay, and I'm not trying to say I'm this cleaned up Christian and I have no flaws and I never laugh at things. I do laugh at things, but I also check myself real quick, because sometimes I'll see it, I recognize that it's funny, but then the Holy Spirit convicts me and says, do not share that. Do not do this. Do not, forward this or whatever like that. That's because the Lord calls us into virtue. Okay, now what is the difference between vice and virtue? Well, let's dive into that. So a basic difference, right? So it talks about virtue and vice are fundamental concepts in ethics and morality. So virtue refers to moral excellence and positive character traits such as honesty, kindness, and selflessness, which guide individuals toward the good and promote personal growth and harmony. Okay, that is the definition of virtue. The definition of vice represents negative character flaws, immoral behaviors such as greed, dishonesty, selfishness, which lead individuals away from their true potential and often result in harm. And then it says the distinction between virtue and vice is crucial for understanding human flourishing and moral responsibility. Did you hear that? Moral responsibility. Okay? Accountability. As it highlights the importance of cultivating virtues and overcoming vices for fulfilling life. Okay? So it's important. So I hope the next time you see something that's, yes, while it's funny, funny, recognize that not everything needs to be shared. Because what are we really sharing at that point, That's no better than, like, for instance, say you're in school and you were one of those people who stood up for the weak ones, right? Because bullies would always constantly poke and prod at them and stuff. I was one of the people who stood up to the bullies and said, not today, Satan. Okay? So it's like that. If you're one of those people who see something and they say something, or they see something and they try to stop it, then maybe you should check yourself before you share a meme. Especially if it's throwing hate on someone or something. And while some of the stuff that you see in memes are true, okay, they're based off of true things sometimes. Sometimes most of the time they're skewed. They're not really based off of facts. They're just, funny, let's throw mud on it and laugh and play and all that stuff. What are we really doing? If we're sharing that stuff with other people, who does that really say controls our mindset? You're saying that you want a different life. You want to be closer to Jesus. You want a relationship with Jesus. But are you living righteously? Are you living in the ways that Jesus would teach us to live? Just wanted to share that. It hit hard for me, and I hope that if you are in a relationship with Jesus and you are constantly seeking him daily, it'll hit hard for you. Have a blessed day.